Alright. I'm just gonna leave this here for just a second for some people to join. Let me actually also post. Hey, Mosho! Let me just put a quick post on Dystoria Corner. Hey, Rezi! There we go. Sweet. Little bit! No! At least you didn't! Balding Pizza Potato Trio, go! Alright. So, we have 3 people here. I would like for Mary Owie to be here before we keep going at least. Because I know she's following it. And once she gets here, I will move past this screen. I just booted up the game. This is the very first thing that I saw. But to catch a little bit up, let's see. Like I said, you didn't really miss too much. We confronted the purpley haired dude. Yeah, Detective Little Bit. We confronted the purpley haired dude. He basically said, "Hey, I know what's up. I know you're a bad dude. You've been doing these bad things. You're gonna stop doing these bad things. I'm gonna show you in court." And he's like, "Okay, dude. Well, I'm gonna do this bad thing." And that bad thing was he's now accusing me. It's a magnifying glass. It's for the purposes of this stream, it's a magnifying glass. Where was I? Yeah, so he's basically going to say that I'm the one that committed the murder. So now I'm going to be defending myself. Maya has been cleared of charges because this is how courts work. You know, the second one person says, "Oh, actually, it's this guy." The other person is completely free of wrongdoing, and we just forget about it. We just forget about everything else. Hey, Mary Allie, forget about everything else that happened in the trial, and jump on the new guy. I'm the new guy. I'm the new martyr. So this is gonna be great. All right. So now that Mary Allie is here, let's go. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! It's Edgeworth! Prosecutor Edgeworth? I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. Hey, Edgelord, I know. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Yeah, I know. Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. Minor... No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. My goodness. What a way to believe that's impossible. Yeah, I think you kind of have to believe that because, I mean, I don't have any experience in law, but this is basically how I've kind of rationalized the court system. There's basically two extremes. Both the extremes are the defense, and the other extreme is the prosecution. Their job is to be as extreme as possible towards their direction. The judges and the jury's responsibility is to mediate and find the middle truth between those two extremes, and therefore find the correct answer. It's really weird when you think about it, but I believe it works. And so Phoenix, his ideology is actually pretty much the exact opposite extreme of Edgeworth. He has to believe that his clients are innocent beyond a shadow of a doubt, and that's what helps him to be so impassioned and to defend them so thoroughly. Likewise, Edgeworth is the opposite. The difference is how they're portrayed. Edgeworth is been framed as like the bad guy, which makes sense because we're the protagonists. But really, Edgeworth is doing the exact same thing, but on the opposite spectrum. I will say that Edgeworth is probably a little bit more extreme, though. From this conversation, it seems he's a little bit more immovable than Phoenix is. So just on that conversation alone, I would say Edgeworth is not in the right. He doesn't have all that magic to come to the truth. Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's kind of like how I see it, and I think it's kind of cool. It really, really, really works for a game like this. This is just such a winning formula for a game. Anyway, small tangent over. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Well, Judge, it's either I do this or I get executed, so I mean, I don't have a lot of choice here, buddy. Yes, Your Honor, I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? Phoenix, you should already know the answer to that at this point. Yeah, he does. He does know why. If anyone is going to raise an objection about this, let's depose it to me. Absolutely! Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Of course you do. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. Yeah. That's Phoenix's life, this in the courtroom, pretty much. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Alright, here we go. This smug bastard. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confused? That's not a word, I'm sure of it. Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or, to use a more common term, the president of Blueport. It is a word, okay. One of the few words that he uses that actually is a word. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Alright. Let's break this apart. I'm gonna read in more normal voices because it actually takes a little bit of concentration for me to speak in these voices, and I need to focus. Let's see. I believe it was 9. It was about 9, I believe. As fun as they are, just for now, I was quietly perusifying. That's reading some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, I'm getting some food before starting. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction, and it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Well, no shit, Judge. But that's why we're gonna cross-examine. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. That was really long. I was thinking the exact same thing. How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always positively perfect, you know? No, no, no. You're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at the time? I was quietly perusing some papers by the window. By window, you mean the one directly across from Bay & Co. law offices? Correct! That is the only window you see. That's the only window? Wasn't this like a high-end hotel? How is that the only window? Dang, y'all getting scammed. And there you were reading papers? Yeah, I know. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam? It must have been you when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard the sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of the windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. Spiky-haired? You're gonna notice this is a common theme for poor Phoenix here. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes? 40. 40? Don't add them together! I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Thanks, Judge. We couldn't have figured that out. Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway? Once again, Phoenix, you know the answer to that. And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fae office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I disagree, Edgeworth. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fae woman. You make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I know, so smug. I think this is where I'm gonna catch him, though. Because May said she ran to the right. If he says anything else differently, I think that's the only part of the testimony we kept. Yeah, this is the only part of the testimony we kept. So I'm thinking this is where we're gonna get him. I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. There it is! Boom! Called it. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Although, this testimony makes more sense than running to the right because of the damage to the left. But Mia was found on the opposite side of the window, so it's very strange where the body ended up versus where the struggle occurred. Are you sure? Edgeworth is trying to fix him because Edgeworth knows it's a contradiction. As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Let's press him anyway. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? Look, he's sparkling in everything. End of story. What happened? Every time you ask Phoenix, he's probably gonna say it. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? It absolutely does. Let's see what he has to say about this. Impaction? Don't you mean just impact? Ridiculosity! I think you need to brush up on your language skills. On second thought, perhaps I'd better leave the whole language thing alone. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too, I wonder? Oh, he absolutely did. Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. Okay, it's fine, Phoenix. We know what it is. We know what the weakness is. I gotcha! Objection! Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho, it's simple. You've misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. The victim, here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Look at that face! Look at that face. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. Did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left? Well, that explains the damage to the left. So, he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? He was in the room where it happened! The room where it happened! Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? There it is. Both are right. Never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. Ha! I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. Oh, sure it does, Edgeworth. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Really? We just cross-referenced him? And he said that the Mia ran to the right, but May said he ran to the left, and that was a contradiction. And now we're explaining how these can both be true. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. So yeah, we're basically now going to implicate him as the murderer from his testimony. The only way that you can look at both testimonies and they both be true. You're welcome, little bit. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion?
Objection!
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh ho ho. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. Cookies and now cake? Then ice cream! What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. No one bats an eye. Good luck, you can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. I think I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say that she ran both directions. And that he remembers it now. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first... Yep, that's the only way he could have done this. She first ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Two hits? I don't think the autopsy confirms that. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Okay, yeah, that's definitely where the contradiction is. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness? What do you think? This is the most the most important cross-examination of Phoenix's life. I know. This is like painfully obvious. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. I mean, we all know what it is, but like I said, I like pressing them because it's content. It's content. We want to see all the content. What do you mean by that? That should have been a question mark, Phoenix. That is what I am about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient. It does not become you. Well, there's the reference to the United States. Unless Phoenix just lives in Japan. Hey, buddy, you're an American too. What do you mean, first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First she ran to the left, and then... I didn't hit anyone! Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything! They're just bickering. They're just bickering at this point. The prosecution requests the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you've been warned. Why is he mad at me? What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. He's just... Phoenix is just getting so triggered with everything he says. That's the only objection he can raise, is just how annoyed and triggered he is. Stop saying it was me! But it was you.
Objection!
Here comes Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? So each of you saw different parts? Absolutely, that's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. So were you watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this suit. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. It's go time! Died from a blow by a blunt object. Yeah.
Objection!
Mr. White, The victim died from a single blow. That's all he had to say. What do you have to say to that? Yeah, now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
Objection!
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. No, Edgeworth. You don't get to do that. You don't get to prime your witness like that. Yes, quite.
Objection!
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. Look at him pout. Look at him pouting over there. The 2 accounts? I can't wait to see what this is. Well, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Yeah. Like I said, he has off days. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? That, the glass light stand. That's kinda sus. Right, the one that had fallen over the steam. Phoenix! Wasn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? There we are. That's impossible. Yes? Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. So that's where we got him. But let's go for the rest. My stand was lying on the floor when I looked. There's no way you could have seen that. The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait! One moment! Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart.
Objection!
Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. But, Mr. Wright? Please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well, the witness may continue his account. Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No. Triple no. How could I? Who could? How? Yeah.
Objection!
That's what he actually sounded like. I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. Change his words up. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Now before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Harry Badger. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now.
Hold it!
What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. Excuse me? Excuse me. No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase.
Objection!
Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Yeah, he's super fucked. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles.
Hold it!
Oh, I just love seeing him squirm. I love seeing him squirm. Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. Squirm for Dystoria. Squirm for Attorney Dystoria. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. Phoenix. Phoenix, this is super easy. He's practically begging me. Court Jester Dystoria. I'll take it. He's practically begging for me to put him in jail at this point. That's the one.
Objection!
Say goodbye, Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What king? What? Look at this. These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? I should do like an old man voice. These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? Oh, I can totally do his voice. Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the office, the window at the office. This is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity, Mr. White. If you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, You were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Beat that gavel. What do you have to say for yourself? Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Your Honor, I, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Freaking Foxworth. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. Excuse me? The wiretap? But that was found, unless they're gonna go for the angle that I placed it in Miss May's room because I'm the one that presented as evidence. Phone would have had to have been tapped. Yeah. But it still doesn't explain the wiretap in Miss May's room unless I was collaborating with Miss May, which I guess is not. Took it out to remove the evidence. Phoenix found it after that. I see. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Oh my gosh. No. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? That's his way out. He has to confess to a minor crime to get out of the major one. Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. He is. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe, or Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White is the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. I'm just looking through some stuff. Hang on a second. If Maya is no longer suspected, that means that calls into question this piece of evidence. What does it mean? We now no longer have a rational explanation for what this paper means. If we're dismissing Maya as the suspect. That's an issue. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Dang, Edgeworth. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Oh, right. I thought we had him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That would be how you would turn it towards Phoenix. Yeah. I thought we had him. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. That's it. Alright. Well, honestly, that means there's not a lot we have to pick through. There's an issue there somewhere. It's only found in 3 text boxes. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident? I'm not gonna. That voice might be too obnoxious. It's supposed to sound dumb, but it might be too. I don't know. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. That is a huge leap of logic, though. For him to come to that conclusion, having only seen it once a week ago, that he surmised that conclusion, that's what broke. That is a hefty leap of logic, even if it could theoretically happen. That's a huge. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I'd entered the Fay and Co. law. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Objection!
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fey & Co. law offices.
Hold it!
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
Objection!
Then why are we cross-examining him about the wiretapping if we're not gonna ask about the wiretapping? Doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. The judge himself wanted him to testify about the nature of the wiretapping. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Oh my gosh.
Hold it!
Why did you notice something as innocuous as the light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauteous thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Maybe he's rattled enough that I could bluff something out of him. Alright, so I have to be indirect, is what I'm seeing. Let me go through this again. Beginning of September, the week before the murder. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. This is September 5th. That doesn't line up. This is it. It couldn't have been the beginning of September. Because the beginning of September was when the murder happened. Right? Yeah, this is it. This is it. Like, I'm not tripping. This is it.
Objection!
Nope. Well, I know, but like what Phoenix said, we have to kind of bluff him and like get like something super small to get more information out of it. And I felt like we could do that with that. Broken beyond all recognition. Oh. It didn't even let me go through again. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk, I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. It's not game over. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? This is when it happens! Never give up, Phoenix. Plot twist! I didn't remember when this happened. Mia's come to save the day! Mia? And there he goes. He faints. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Yes, we really are in Cypher's head. Oh, you're finally awake. Ah! And he faints again. There he goes. Hey, Phoenix. Yeah, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? A little bit. Yeah. That's part of... That's an extra perk of being a spirit medium. You go up a size. A little known fact. When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. A little bit. Oh my gosh. It's time for a career change a little bit. It's never too late. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? Obviously. That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. You won't be able to enjoy it. The spirit takes over your consciousness. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But you don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Then I gotta wear strapless dresses and stuff. Yeah, see? The perks outweigh the downsides a little bit. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix! Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. It looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000? Wow, big spender. Glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. Oh, that is so lucky. Oh my gosh, this got purchased the day before the murder. That is so lucky. Holy cow. I know, that is the most convenient time for that to have happened. Any singular other day of the week, or of anyone's life, honestly. Yeah, he did. Dun dun dun. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Whoa! He says. Now, what did Mr. Wright say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. Who? The bailiffs? They're always chill. Try to take me as them. Yeah. I mean, you miss stuff, I guess, but I feel like if that was me, I would have examined the hell out of that receipt. I would have examined the hell out of that receipt. That is quite an oversight for Phoenix. I'll give you that, Mosho. Yeah, she is really chill. She's like, it's fine. I can just always come back through my little sister. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. I know you're innocent. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. He tanges over every little detail, but not the receipt. I know. Right. Receipt for a glass light stand. The date of the purchase is the day before the murder. Alright, we're ready to seal the deal. Now, I absolutely cannot imagine him pulling anything else out of his ass. I cannot see it. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Oh, you're so smug, but you're not going to be smug for long, Edgeworth. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? Oh, he sealed his fate with that. He's gonna regret that. I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. He absolutely did. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Oh, is this going to be the exact same one? It is. Lol, Mary. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it's the first one. Just making sure. That's him not wanting to go along with corruption, but wanting to save face so he can't just say he's supporting people. Maybe Edgeworth is a bit of an enigma. Alright. Let's finish this once and for all.
Objection!
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? He's a villain! There's a reason Edgy acts that way, but yeah, LOL, Mosho says. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. He's a tsundere. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Just hand him a little bloody piece of paper. Judge, read this receipt. Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. There he goes. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. That's impossible. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree that you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. He's gonna blow! That's right, Judge. Phoenix knows. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Heck, just let it end! I don't know, Rezi. Edgeworth seems to really be trying. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Good heavens. I mean, you're not the only person to ship it, Mary Alley. There is a population that exists. There is a demographic that exists. Yeah, I mean, Edgeworth is right. Phoenix has not technically absolved himself. Phoenix could have technically also been an accomplice. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This is going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. But hang on, this is the third day, right? They can't have courts last longer than 3 days. Wasn't that something we learned about in this case? Like, I'm not just tripping, that is a thing. This is the third day. This is the second, okay. Okay, I don't know where... It says day 3! Unless it's talking about day 3 of this episode, but day 2... That's where I saw day 3. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Nah, we object. We fight to the bitter end. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong the trial any further. Do the right thing, Judge. Don't stop asking Stop asking Edgeworth. You know what he's gonna say. He already said what he wants. If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? Oh my gosh, this kid is gonna go on again? This is a really long case for being the second one. The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. Fire him. Yeah, the first case was resolved in one courtroom appearance. This is way longer. Oh, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Okay, so no, we're gonna push for it. We're gonna push for it then. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. After Mia showed up to help me. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Yep, I know what this is. Now we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty of what Mr. White, what his business really is, and what he really does. That's what we're gonna do here. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. What do you think? You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Attorney's badge. Can you imagine? You just select the wrong thing. Like, take that! And it's like the glass shards or something. Alright, let's go.
Take that!
The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Freaking Phoenix. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Complete 180 for the judge. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense. Yeah, I know. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. That was hilarious, Phoenix. They should release the list anyway. Red would go to prison for life. I know! This court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Confetti! That is all. The court is adjourned. Yeah, release that list anyway. I'm just thinking. What was on that list really enough to make him confess to murder? Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations, you're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. The confetti court janitor. The court confetti janitor. If he goes to prison for Mia's death, it would be less punishing than going to prison for all the people he had killed. Well, those were like the suicides, right? They would have to prove his involvement with those suicides, even if they did. You know, it's not murder. I don't know. He risked a lot to help me. And Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Yeah, I imagine, but still a poor choice, a poor judgment call, I think. Like, his reputation is ruined now that he's a murderer. But at least, like, even if he served jail time, he would probably get out if he could prove that his intention wasn't for them to commit suicide. He would just, his reputation would be ruined. I don't know. He could still probably work in his sphere of influence as an information broker and a blackmailer. Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say 9. Oh my gosh, Mia, you had to go there. It had to be 9. She's like making a joke out of her own death. She's just really chill about this whole thing. The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! Nine o'clock. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then? I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? But Mia? Bahaha! You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her! I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix! Go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, Let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. Feed him twice a day, make sure he gets his walkies in. Don't forget the leash. Yeah. That is pretty much what their relationship is going to be like. Rezzy's absolutely right. Leash included, though. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? Yeah, oh my. It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and co-law offices. Got a good ring to it. And now Maya is suddenly a legal aid. I know. I think you can... No, I think you... That's how I recruited surfing. I think you can actually be a paralegal without... like a bachelor's or anything. I mean, they probably want you to have like an associate's, but I think you could be a paralegal. I have to dust off my Switch after this. I want to watch this series, but no, not get spoiled. So I must play. Do it, Rezzy. But of course, if you ever, when you do get past me during your playing, you can no longer intervene in the problem solving. You can be. Lawyer without a law degree, just have to pass the bar. Oh yeah, that's true. There's a few of them that are like that. But yeah, paralegal, definitely. I'm pretty sure she could be. Yeah. I actually was considering being a paralegal for a time. And that's how I know. Thanks, Maya. Yeah, screw him. Phoenix's face. What is that derpy face, Phoenix? He looks like a lizard man or something. Is anybody else seeing that? Or like some kind of frog man? Mia's mouth. I'm not even looking at that. I'm just looking at Phoenix's face. Mia's necklace also is not attacked in any way. It's just there. Alright. Phoenix confirmed lizard man. I'll always be here, watching. He is Reptile Man! He is just stunned. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! Maya's favorite food. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay, wait up. Phoenix. Nick, without the E's. It's a bit of a stretch, but it can work. Oh, this one. Oh, this episode's really cool. What is it? It's the Scarlet Samurai or something? The Steel Samurai. That's what it was. This one's super cool.